Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Cooking with Carol Diane in my Colorado kitchen today. I decided to pop on and show a really quick video today. I'm calling this Don's Potato Salad. Truly, I found a recipe, just stumbled across it, and I'm going to add my version of it for him. He does not like my potato salad, and I have shown my potato salad, that video before, way back. Amongst the 10,000 videos I've made. Sure feels like it anyway. Anyway, this is kind of completely different than my potato salad. And everybody likes my potato salad except husband. So let me show you what I'm going to put together. It is so stinking simple. It really is. I mean, this doesn't take very long at all. I started with just a small little pan to put my potatoes in, and what I'm using are the little baby red potatoes. Now, I got this little sack at Walmart this morning, and this one says it is what does it say, 1.5 pounds of the small little red potatoes. So I put them in a strainer just like this, and of course with me you wash everything. Just wash them all off real nice. And because there's not that many in here, so I'm going to take the whole thing and put in here. That covered my pan very nicely, okay? But I'm not done with that. Now I'm going to take some eggs. My daughter-in-law over last weekend, she brought me some fresh chicken eggs. Aren't these nice? And I can keep these out on my counter for, oh my gosh, 2 weeks, as long as I don't wash them, as long as I don't wash the outside of the skin or put them in the refrigerator. I can have them in my cute little rooster container here, and I think they're wonderful. I've already used 2 of them making a brownie recipe, which I'll share with you in a couple of days. But oh my gosh, nice eggs. So I do thank her for that, I really do. So, okay, we're going to take some eggs. Any potato salad that you're doing requires the eggs. So I like to put my eggs down in the pot so they are sitting, not the potatoes so much, but the eggs, so that they're sitting down in the pot of water here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll go about 6 eggs. Now, this recipe, of course, you could use the big red potatoes, but wait till I show you after these have cooked for about 20 minutes or so, how easy this is. And you do not want to peel the peeling off of here. Just leave it like this. Add some water to it, enough that it coats it well on the top. And cook this now for, like I said, maybe about 20 minutes until you know that you can poke the potato and it's nice and soft. And then I'm going to pop back on and show you what else I'm going to put in this simple little potato salad that is, oh my gosh, to die for. It's so yummy. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now comes the fun part of this little potato salad. So the potatoes are nice and soft. The eggs are ready to be cracked and peeled now. The first time I made this recipe, I really kind of forgot about them. I cooked them, and then I slid them over from off the burner, and I just let them slow cool down all by themselves, and everything just seemed to work. We'll try it now that I've done kind of a fast method. The eggs are still just a tiny bit warm, but that's okay. I usually turn on my faucet to like a drip like that when I'm doing eggs. And I'll just take the egg and I'll hold it under the sink. I'll crack it on the side of my sink and start peeling the shell off. And again, when I did this before, oh my gosh, it just came off really nice. I have seen some people do this method where they just take the spoon. Comes right off, doesn't it? Comes right off. Now put that. Actually, I'm just going to kind of set this right here on the paper towel. Keep the eggs on the paper towel until I'm ready to slice them up. Again, you just kind of tap your egg, get it started, get one end started, and use this little method if you want to, or however you remember how to do it, you know? That's what it's all about in cooking. But again, since these are a little bit warm, I'm just gonna, there's only a couple here, so patience. Patience is a virtue, isn't it? Patience with me and we'll get this done. But my husband was so impressed with this potato salad that he said, would you make it again? I said, yeah, but I'll do a video so I can show other people how simple this is to make. And he really likes it because of the ingredients, for one, and because of these little red potatoes. Now, they don't look so red right now after they have been cooked, but they are the little red potatoes. And it's the flavor in them that we like versus just a regular potato when you are making regular potato salad. And that's what we like, are these little red ones. They have really good flavor. They really do. If I was making this for a larger crowd, you know, having company or something, I probably, yes, would go and buy the larger red potatoes. Although, just a couple of sacks of these, I think it only cost me like $1.79 for that bag. And I can handle that price. Especially nowadays where everything has gone sky high, hasn't it? Sky high at the grocery store. All right, so there's my eggs done. They're done. All ready to go in a bowl. We'll take this bowl right here. And with these, I mean, this is how simple it is. You're not going to peel them, but what you are going to do is you're going to take them and cut them right down the middle and then cut that part so that they are quarters. Put them in your bowl. How fast and easy is this? I break mine apart just a little bit so they don't stick together because you do want them apart when you're mixing everything in here. If you find there's a little error, you know, of whatever on here, just take it off. Now I would take it off rather than beforehand let them go ahead and cook and then take off the imperfections because it'll come off so much easier. So again, just half and then half again. Drop dead gorgeous day in Colorado. Really is. I went down to get just a couple things at the store and I stopped and got some more flowers for my yard. I'm not going overboard this year, just a few little things, and I picked up some zinnias. And last time I planted that in my yard, I was, I guess, a little bit too high up in altitude. They didn't take as well as what I thought they were going to. And this year I have them in a, I'll show it at the very end, I have them in a pretty little container that I think for a little while I'm just gonna put on my patio table and enjoy them that way. And then I'll find someplace in the yard, I know I will. I'll find someplace. I had to help my neighbor next door, my 94-year-old neighbor. There was an old, very old, dried out tree that had fallen with the wind, fallen over the fence and into her yard, into her driveway. And she called me up all in a panic and, you know, what to do, because she couldn't get out of her driveway. And I said, I'll come over and assess the situation. I'm good at that. I can assess the situation and see what needs to be done. But I'll tell you what, I put on my garden work gloves and I went over there and oh, the tree was just so brittle and dry that it wasn't heavy at all. I just kind of took a hold of the thinner trunk at the top part of the tree and I just pulled it out of the way from her driveway where she could at least get her car out. And then over the weekend, her kids, I think it was her grandkids that came, and they at least got it out of there for good. But she was in a dither over that tree. of scary when a tree falls, you know, and you never know which way it's going to go. And it just happened to go in her driveway, not on her house, thank goodness. But oh my gosh, she thought I was better than peanut butter when I came over and got that tree out of the way. It's like, well, no biggie. I removed some of the, I just kind of broke off some of the branches, just kind of pulled on them and they broke right off. Got that out of the way for her. Okay, there it is, that part of it. Pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. Now we'll take the egg and I'll do the same thing that I do on my potato salad, is that I cut it in half, cut that part in half, and then I just kind of go along like this. And yes, I've been doing it in my hand ever since I can remember. I have been doing this. I got that from my grandmother, and I have never cut myself. You may want to do it on your cutting board, and that's fine. Everybody has their different style of how they like to cook. But this is just one that I'm used to, and I always do it. So far, except for the red potatoes, it's exactly how you would make any potato salad. And especially when I make mine, I just take regular potatoes, and I take about 6 to 8 potatoes, and I take that many of eggs, 6 to 8 eggs. It's a little harder to judge with these little mini potatoes here, but that's okay. All right, now comes all the little good stuff. So instead of using a white onion, a yellow onion, we're going to put in a red onion. So I will pick the smallest red onion that I have right here, and I'll go ahead and get it ready here. And you can put in as much or as little onion as what you like. Husband really likes onion in everything. And so when I put this red onion in there, and red onions, they're sweet, they're good, they really are. I always say, you know, I don't like a red onion, I like a yellow onion over anything else. But for certain recipes, it doesn't hurt to change it up a little bit. And that's what we're doing on this. You want to cut them fairly small. Like I said, a red onion's a red onion. Any onion, you know. You want to cut it fairly small for a dish like this. Now the first one I did on this, oh my gosh, that onion was so strong. It was bringing, I mean, I had to stand back like this to cut the onion because it was quite strong. Made me cry, that's for sure. Happy tears, though. They're happy tears. Yeah, when you're cooking food, they're happy tears. So this is what I'm going to call this recipe is Dawn's potato salad without any measurements. No measurements. You're just going to kind of put it in here, and it's called eyeballing it. You know, you're just going to guess on how much you want. So with this, I took half the onion, so I'm going to use half of an onion. And then I'll see if I want a little bit more, but I doubt it. I think a half an onion will be just fine in this particular recipe. And because it's just the two of us, it makes just the right amount. It really does. If I wanted a little bit more, like I said, if I was having company and still wanted to use these little mini red potatoes, then I would go ahead and use 2 of those bags. And that would be fine too. Use 2 of them. Okay, I'll get all this out of the way. All right. So that's the first step of my potato salad. I use the yellow onions. This potato salad, I'm using the red. I use a sweet relish in my potato salad. I'm not in this one. This one I'm going to use a dill relish. I'll grab a smaller little spoon here to get it out. And again, just a big heaping full spoonful of relish. If you want a little bit more, add a little bit more. It's up to you on that. Then you're going to take some mustard. I just squeeze mine out. I said there's no really probably a good, okay, 2 tablespoons maybe of the mustard. You can use Dijon mustard, would be nice in this recipe, it really would. You're gonna add some salt and pepper always. Put in that pepper. And of course you'll be adding a little bit more after you mix it all up to taste. You know, put it in there to taste. What do you think? Okay, here's the one that he likes. Regular mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip. So the difference again between my recipe and his recipe is I don't use a red onion. We're using the, I use a yellow onion. This one's calling for the red onion. I don't use the red potatoes. I use a regular potato, but this is what makes this recipe. Now, be generous with your mayonnaise. I'm generous when I make mine with the Miracle Whip. So I took a good, almost half that jar and put in here for this recipe. That's what I'm using. And you mix it all up. Really, the creamier the better on this particular one. If you don't like that much mustard, go ahead and go easy on the mustard. But potato salad's potato salad. You know, it really kind of requires some mustard. And any brand of that. I would stick with the Kraft Real mayonnaise. To me, that part of it has a better flavor than just an off-brand of it. Let's see what I did with it here. So, now there is your potato salad. How easy was that? What did it take me? Probably the longest part, like I said, is cooking the eggs. Maybe about 20 minutes to cook the eggs. Look at that. Then I can transfer this into a bowl that I'm going to be serving on the table. So I'll transfer it into that. I could leave it into this mixing bowl, but because I'm going to go out on the patio with this, I think I'll just keep it in this. And then, of course, yes, you can add a little bit of paprika on the top. Not a whole lot, but you know, just sprinkle a little bit on top for the decoration. If you want it all the way around, you could do that also. You really could. Isn't that pretty simple? Told you, quick and easy. Those are my meals usually. And you've got yourself a nice little salad. Take to a party, take anywhere. But this is Dawn's potato salad. Very, very easy. And I'm telling you, if you make this, trust me, you will like the flavor of it. You may not go back to a standard recipe of potato salad. The potatoes are that good. So I hope you make it sometime. So we're still into spring, so I hope you make it at the end of spring or going into summer. This is an easy, easy dish. Your family, friends, whoever will like this potato salad. I'll catch you next time on Cooking with Carol Diane. This is From My Kitchen to Yours. Go have a grand day. Bye-bye now.